Welcome to VoiceUp. My guest today is an epitome of resilience and grace. She came to UAE when UAE was still setting up. And with no WhatsApp and no Instagram, she still managed to plan and execute events for children as well as adults. So much so that she was even featured in many of the national dailies. When her family needed her, she stepped up into the role of business and managed very successfully her business of jewelry. It is there that she realized that she needed to learn more about it. And with kids in school and a business to manage, she still studied and learned about the subject that was close to her heart. When COVID came, a personal tragedy made her lose her business well established overnight. But that did not stop her. She rose like a phoenix and restarted her business and got it to a point where she has received a lot of awards for her business today. It gives me great pleasure that she's here with us today and she will share her journey, which is so inspiring. And I want all of you to hear from her. Please help me welcome the owner of Rashi Gemstones, Punam Bhatia. Punam ji, welcome to Voice Up and thank you for doing this with us.
Thank you, Viva, for having me today, and thank you for wonderful introduction. I don't know how I've achieved many things, but yeah,
Oh,
here
you
today
have.
I'm
You
happy
have.
to share my journey through your WhatsApp voice up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Voice Up. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, just for the benefit of all our audience, I want to ask you what inspired you to start a gemstone business?
Well, it was a family business, and my husband needed me to help him in the shop. That's where my journey started as a jeweler. Earlier, had a zero knowledge of gemstones or diamonds. And looking at the gemstones, the energies they provide, and the people when I received them as a customers, the belief in the gemstones made me more to study more about the subjects. That's why I studied gemology, and I also study deeply how it is connected to our Hindu religion and how they are
Okay.
benefiting through the planets.
Oh, nice. That's really nice. That's why the name Rashi has some significance.
Yes, Rashi gemstones, because these gemstones are related to your Rashi, that to your horoscope, zodiac, whatever you say. That's why the name was generated Rashi gemstones.
Awesome. That's so nice. Okay, so when you choose a gemstone, is it just then like you feel like taking this gemstone to you should take it, or there is some other properties which you have to consider?
Well, I will say there are properties as well, both the ways. Like when you want to choose a gemstone, suppose if you want to wear a gemstones, firstly, you should know what is your intention behind wearing a gemstone. Is it for astrological purpose or for a personal jewelry kind? So if it is astrological, you need to go to any of the astrologer to show your horoscope, see your planet conditions in your horoscope. Then they will guide you why you need such a gemstone to wear, why you need this energy in your body. And if you're wearing for jewelry purpose, you can pick up any color and wear it. No problem. You can wear it.
So that would not create any negative effects. See, supposing I have, according to my birth charts, there are certain stone that I should be wearing and I land up wearing something else. Would that create any harm?
No, not really. Only one or two gemstones which I will not recommend you to wear. That is blue sapphire, which is high in energy, and it should not be worn until horoscope is seen by Panditji and he refers you to wear that. Otherwise, other gemstones are harmless. You can wear them as a jewelry, provided you wear as without any intention of something benefiting you.
Okay, got you. So, what are the common myths about gemstones? And what would you like to bust today? Any one myth that comes to your
There
mind?
are many, but the most popular that I would like to share today. People think the gemstones more expensive. The gemstones, it will benefit you more. This is in
Okay.
context of the astrological thing. So if they think, okay, if I wear a very expensive gemstone, if I wear more carat value gemstones instead of 3 carat, should let me buy 10 carats, and it will give me hundred of benefits. No, no, no. This doesn't work like that.
Okay.
When you're wearing a gemstone as per astrology, you should wear a correct gemstone. It should be natural, and look at its properties. And every gemstone should be worn on a particular day. Like a ruby
Okay.
has to be worn on Sunday. So wear it correctly, wear in the right finger. Ruby has to be worn in the ring finger. So all that small things take into consideration and then wear it. Then it will benefit you.
Oh, okay. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
generally people have this thing कि जितना बड़ा होगा उतना that is it's going to benefit me more, right? And the more expensive means I'm going to get more power. So
True.
that is not true.
Not
Okay.
yes. Just
Yeah.
small gemstone if worn properly and correctly, that also will give you some benefit.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, I've also heard, I may be wrong here, but you can correct me
Mhm.
on that. I've heard that gemstones people even use for their health. So, since Yoga Oasis is a health-based page, so I want to know from people's perspective, are there some specific conditions that people can use gemstones, or no, there's no healing that happens with gemstones?
No, gemstones carry a lot of energy in them. So definitely they are for healing purposes. But now I would like to give you one example. Suppose when you show your take a blood report and you have less vitamin D or iron is less. So vitamin D tablet, doctor will suggest you wear this eat this vitamin tablet, but you also need to go and walk in the sun, which will give you natural vitamin D. So gemstone is like that pill. बट
Okay.
ऐसे नहीं है कि जॉब चाहिए पहन लिया जेमस्टोन बैठे रहो घर पे जॉब मिल जाएगा दिस डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट. It will just help you to boost your energy. It is not a magic pill that if you wear it and you'll get a job next day, or if you wear and you will become rich. No, that doesn't work that way. Don't wear that in that way.
पर आपके पास लोग आते हैं to get gemstones, right?
Yeah.
So, are there any specific conditions, like health conditions, which are more people like to take gemstones for that? Are there anything like that?
Yeah, especially there are many, like every gemstone has its property. Now, very basic is pearl. So
Okay.
pearl will calm your mind. So जो गुस्से वाले होते हैं, where who is very like gets anger issues, they can wear pearl in their small finger. It will calm your mind. Even rose quartz. Rose quartz is also self emotional healing stone.
Okay.
So that's every gemstone has its property, and I always suggest people that you should know the properties of the gemstone before wearing them, and relate to your the property of this gemstone to your problem. Is it inclining together? It's aligning together. Then only wear it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So it's more for the emotional and the mental aspect rather
Yes,
than the physical health.
yes, both. It works both way.
Okay. Okay. Got
Have
it.
you worn a gemstone yourself?
Not really. I have never got into that. I was given gemstones very, I think, few years back. We had
Okay,
done a yoga program for a jeweler-based company, and they gave all the teachers as a International Yoga Day celebration. They gave us small related to our birth
okay.
month. So I did get something. I don't know where it is. I didn't get it
So,
made.
since for
I will
yoga,
come to you.
you should wear a Rudraksh. If you want to meditate and you want to go into deep meditation, they say that
Yes,
it's a very healing stone. You should wear Rudraksh.
right.
Mhm.
But Rudraksh is more like okay. There are categories, no? There is Ekmukhi and there are like
Yes,
that.
there
So
are 14 mukhis are there. From 1 to 14 are there. And each mukhi has a different energy level.
yes.
Mm.
So yes, I shall come to you and we will devise
Definitely,
something for me.
of course. Mm.
That is nice. So we'll shift into an area where I know you have done a lot of work, and I think people should hear about that too. So, one
Mhm.
aspect of your life is Rashi Gemstones, which you're doing so brilliantly well. The another area is like you just started you created something like Val Pushtika that's a creative book for children. And how did you go about doing that? Why did that happen? And tell us the story behind that.
So the I created a book which is known as Bal Pushti Pustak, and it is the theme of the book is on Krishna, and it has puzzle activities, coloring, and puzzles. Spot the difference, many things in that. But the theme behind all the activities is Krishna. So I wanted to connect the children to the roots. And not in today's generation, when you see it is very difficult to bring children into spiritual growth. They don't want to. They have their own thinking. So I wanted to bring this, what do you say, seed in them, the growth through the seeds. Unknowingly, they will know about Krishna. If they're coloring, they will ask, what is this figure I'm coloring? Why there is a cow besides him? Or why there is a gopi besides him? So unknowingly, they're going to learn the names and what is the story behind Krishna. So that's what I started. And it's 3 to 5 years age group, which is published. But many more books are coming, many toys are coming related to that, and every
That's
would be themed with on Krishna.
Wow, that's awesome. That's like so inspiring because like having dual careers and you are giving so much attention to each of them, and it's really remarkable and wonderful.
Thank you so much. That is like my passion to do that.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I want to know, since you've made this book for children, I want to know from you how important is spiritual journey or spiritual practices for you in your wellness journey.
Very much. I'm very, very spiritual person myself. And just to highlight that, one in my life journey when I had challenges to face, this was my strength. The meditation was my strength. I got an inner strength. As a spiritual, I did read Bhagavad, I did Bhagavad Sapta, and which really brought me where I am today. I was really broke after something that happened in my life, and I came up because of meditation. So this is very, very important to me, and I would recommend everyone uh, to meditate.
Wonderful. That's
At least
nice. Yeah.
of the day, do it.
Yeah, that's remarkable because meditation does have its own benefits for everybody, especially in the stressful world we live in today. I
Yeah.
think everybody should spend at least 5 minutes in a day meditating. It will have impact on all aspects of their health.
And that way I bring that same energy to my work also. I bring
Correct.
same positive because if I think positive, I bring that positivity in my work. The jewelry that I create and the stones that I do, it has to be have a positive. If I'm thinking negative, and वो बोलते हैं ना कि आप negative mind से कुछ काम करे हो तो negativity उसमें जाएगी, and especially stones where they
Right.
energies. We need to be positive. We need to have a good positive energy to do the work.
That's wonderful. That's really a great thought behind it. So, next question I would like to ask you is what are some of the health principles? You've lived your life well, and I want to know from you what are some of the health principles you swear by? Like कि ये तो चीजें करनी चाहिए for your health and longevity.
Um, One thing that I believe is gratitude.
Okay,
I morning, every day morning, once I wake up, I have a gratitude towards my parents first, who brought me in this world, to my husband, who was my mentor and who taught me everything. So without fail, I have a gratitude early morning to all these three people in my life, and of course, gratitude towards the universe where I am today, who taught me everything. And so I think the gratitude is very must in your life. Bring gratitude for every small thing, always people get very ego if they get some lot of money, or they become very powerful in something. They get very egoistic very fast, but you always gratitude the universe because of him, because of the universe energies, positive energies from the ancestors. We are here today, and don't forget that. That is very important. Second thing, meditate, as I told you earlier. That
uh-huh.
is positive thinking. That is
Wow,
game changer.
awesome. So wonderful tips there. Yeah, you have to. have gratitude, you have to meditate, and you have to think positive. That's wonderful. So if you take care of these, you will live healthy and you will become like Punam ji. So please do that, everybody. It is very, very important.
Yes.
Okay. One final question I would like to ask you that's just popped up in my mind. So I thought let me just ask you that like you do designing, right, for
Mm.
people. You have one thing is that people come to you with the astrological prediction that I want to do this stone. Then you make the design yourself or you copy designs, or how does it work? How does your system, how does Rashi Gemstone create something? Because you focus on women, I know, and you just talk to us about little bit about that.
So the when the somebody comes, my customers who come for gemstones or diamonds, I need to understand them first, what is in their mind. Okay, gemstones they want to buy, that's a different story, but how they want to design a ring. So gemstone का particular एक ring set है कि, it has to touch the skin. Without that, you cannot wear gemstone. It has to touch the skin. So that part is very simple. But a designing process, I need to check with you like what is in your mind. So whenever you see the jewelry, it's just not a part, it's not a ornament only. Anything that you create in your life, a ring or a jewelry, earrings, there is a story behind it. From a young girl, when she passes through her college, one degree, she gets something from her parents, some jewelry. So there is a story behind that. Then they remember this particular thing I got because I was graduate. Second thing, when there is a marriage or you were successful in your career, with that money, the first jewelry that you buy, there is a story behind it. Oh, this is first thing I bought myself. So I need to understand why you want to create, why you want to buy the jewelry, and what do you want in that. So there are many aspects, metal क्या चाहिए, उसका कितना वैल्यू होना चाहिए एज पर गोल्ड, यू वांट लिटिल गोल्ड, मोर गोल्ड, how it should look like, do you want initials carved in that. So I need to sit with you before creating your piece. I want to know everything that is in your mind, and then I can create your story as a jewelry which you will remember forever. That is very important, and it's very important for me, the person who buys the jewelry or designs the jewelry through me should be happy with the product. They should remember, okay, ये जो मुझे चाहिए वही मिला है. Yeah.
That's wonderful, awesome. I think that we need more people like you in this world, first of all, to rise up with such challenges that you have faced and be an inspiration to the coming generation. And do never say give up, just
No.
keep practicing and doing things. Whatever comes your way, whatever life throws at you, you have used it and as a stepping stone and move forward. That's so remarkable. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. And before we go, we'd just like to ask you, where can the audience find your work and connect with you?
I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn. Anywhere you can DM me or you can call me as well. And from there, we can see that we can create a beautiful pieces for you.
Yeah, so your handle is called.
Rashi Gemstones, it's Rashi underscore Gemstones.
Yeah. So people follow Rashi Gemstones, connect with Poonam ji if you want customized jewelry, if you want somebody who looks at you and, you know, gets your story and does what you want them to do. So that is where you have to go to. Thank you, Poonam ji. Thank you for being here or with us and sharing your life journey with us.
Thank you so much for having me, and it was wonderful talking to you, Viva. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you so much. Thank you.